All right, so apparently you can't get any worse. I don't know what Jimmy's talking about. It was a good thumbnail, good title. Let's just... Twitter, okay.
Do people still think that about Ben Simmons? Well, I mean, clearly that guy does, but is that common?
Michael Jordan. It's crazy.
The fact that you posted that shit was crazy.
The good old hot take. The necessary evil of the sports.
Hold on, this is my question about Jimmy. My very first question about Jimmy. I feel like he has a burner on Twitter, man.
100%. I
feel like he is way too in tune with NBA Twitter, but never actually participates in it. What's your Twitter, Jimmy? You know what I'm saying? What? I ain't that follow back, man.
Hey, no cat, please. Yo, high rollers. What's up? Like, damn.
Also, we're looking for guests on the podcast.
Basketball pod back part 2. Gonna bring the wrong audience to that motherfucker. Gonna regret it in 3 months. It's gonna be sick.
Through the good ones, the bad ones, and the downright atrocious ones, we once again find ourselves racking our brains trying to figure out how some people come up with this nonsense. But today, I've done the brain racking for you and found some of the hottest NBA takes on the internet. So buckle up. This may be a bumpy ride. Today's video is brought to you by...
Listen, man, the NBA season is right around the corner. Live events are back, and it's time to watch some basketball. I know you want to see your favorite NBA team, your favorite NBA player play, and SeatGeek is here to help. If you don't know what SeatGeek is a ticketing app that makes buying tickets very, very simple. And to prove that I actually use the app, I got the screenshots on the screen. I actually use SeatGeek. I've gone to a bunch of Celtics games with them. I've gone to a weekend concert with them. I've gone to the NBA Finals using SeatGeek. So trust me, it's an app that I genuinely actually use. Whether it's concerts, basketball, baseball, football season I know is already underway. SeatGeek has it all. SeatGeek wants to make sure that you're actually getting a good deal. So if you ever go into the app and you see a green dot, that signifies that you're getting a good deal. And red means bad, so go look for the green ones on the map. And shout out to SeatGeek because they hooked us up. Our fans can actually use the code SNS to get $20 off of your first purchase. That is, once again, $20 off of your first purchase using code SNS. Links will be in the description. Once again, shout out to SeatGeek for sponsoring this video. And go ahead and get you some tickets, because I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna use SeatGeek to see Jason Tatum this year. No cap.
With the NBA offseason creeping along, I did my reluctant but mandatory scrub through NBA social media in search for a new batch of hot takes. And to no surprise, what I found was downright appalling. Now, I'm no expert or anything, and I've definitely had my fair share of bad takes, but some of y'all should seriously have your accounts deactivated for the absolute tomfoolery y'all are posting on
Zion is all
And after sifting through hundreds of takes, here's some of the best and worst that I came across. Now, this first take is from a fan who says that you need to be athletic to play in the NBA, and I cannot agree more with this take. Now, some of you are probably thinking, of course you have to be athletic to be a professional athlete, Einstein, but people will often use players like Stephen Curry, Luka Doncic, Duncan Robinson, and Kyle Anderson to prove the point that skill and size alone can earn you a spot in the NBA.
That's a dumb take.
Yes, that's stupid.
That's you playing 2K thinking you can be a 72 overall. These are relative ratings, my guy. Kyle Anderson is cooking you.
Yeah, Kyle Anderson in Park, my boy, is a 99 overall. You understand? You understand that? Kyle Anderson in your hood, 99. Hell, wait a minute. Anybody that's about to disagree. Yo, we keep saying it to the cows, we gonna say it again. Y'all some hypocrites. Y'all say me and Souls don't hoop, we don't know ball, and now motherfuckers ain't athletic in the NBA. Really?
Kyle Anderson is probably out benching you, my guy.
Yeah, like let's really go.
He's probably gonna beat you in a track race, bro. Stop playing.
He jumps higher than you, GG's.
He's better than you.
I think the key here is relativity. Sure, relative to other NBA players, these guys are not very athletic. But that's because their peers are some of the best athletes in the world. Compared to normal people, even the most unathletic NBA players are amazing athletes. For example, the average man has a vertical leap of about 17 inches.
Not me.
Duncan Robinson, the three-point specialist who doesn't dare take a step inside the paint,
He jump higher than
33-inch
17,
max
probably.
vert. That's
I'm believing
double the average Joe. Luka Doncic, the guy who kills defenses with his craftiness, not his athleticism, has a 38-inch max vert. And Stephen
Yes,
Curry,
that's
the
tough.
poster child for what you can accomplish in sports without being an incredible athlete, has a 36-inch vertical leap. Even the
I
most
thought he was about to
seemingly
fucking blow me
unathletic
and say
NBA
Curry got a
players are
40-inch
still
vert.
top-tier athletes.
fuck
It's
outta
just
here.
that when they're surrounded by giant superhumans, they
get
tend
up
to
there.
look a bit ordinary. But the other aspect of this that no one really talks about is that athleticism goes far beyond jumping high and running fast. Hand-eye coordination, spatial awareness,
Skills.
agility, these are all crucial elements of being
like
a
he's naming
great
some skills
athlete.
here.
For example, take Trae Young. Doesn't really fit the bill for a typical super athlete in terms of explosiveness, but his dexterity, coordination, stamina, mobility, and many other components of his game make him tremendously athletic.
Damn.
So, yes, you do in fact need to be a good athlete to play in the NBA. And even the most mundane players in the league are super athletes relative to the rest of us. Now, this next take actually comes from an NBA player. And as crazy as it sounds,
Is it Gilbert
it's
Arenas?
actually not too far from the truth. Last season, Karl Anthony Towns came out and said that he is the greatest big man shooter of all time. Fact. And immediately, fans were not happy about this. I mean, with big
That's an
men like
interesting
Dirk
take.
Nowitzki, Peja Stojakovic, and DeMarcus
Bro, Peja does not count.
Yeah, I'm about to say, okay, Peja doesn't count, and Boogie shit.
Boogie counts. Boogie, he's in the convo, but he got a weak convo. I'll say that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, Boogie counts, but does he passed when he's in? He passed, like what? Nah.
a lot of work to do to earn the title of greatest shooting big man ever, right? Let's look at the numbers. Here's a chart of some of the most prolific big man shooters in NBA history.
These charts,
And
bro.
amongst some of the greatest big man shooters the game has ever seen, it appears that Al Horford, Chris Bosh, and Dirk Nowitzki are the best of the best. And then there's Matt
Cat.
Bonner,
Oh, no.
who lives in his own stratosphere. Karl Anthony Towns
Definitely thought that
falls
was
right
gonna be
here.
there.
So
Damn.
he's certainly one of the
Damn.
best big man shooters, but he's not number one. But this graph only covers mid-range shots. What about three-pointers? Well, that chart would look like this. And aside from Davis Bertans, who gets paid $16 million a year to literally stand on the three-point line for 20 minutes a game, the best big men three-point shooters of all time include Ryan Anderson, Peja Stojakovic, and Matt Bonner. Karl Anthony Towns is right here. One of the best all time, but not the best.
I don't.
What about the volume?
That's the main thing I'm not really seeing with this graph, the volume, because let's just look at Davis Bertans and Matt Bonner. So Matt Bonner, the most he's ever shot per game was in 2012, averaging 4 threes a game. A majority of his career, he's taken 2 threes a game, 1 3 a game. Davis Bertans, much more recent player, so he has seasons where he's shooting 9, 8 threes a game, so he's in there. But then when you look at Cat, the reason why I feel like he has a pretty valid claim is the fact that 1, he has a larger sample size, 2, he has a volume, 3, he has the efficiency, and 4, the degree of difficulty of the threes. I'm not saying he's going to get tested on every single one of these. A lot of these are pick and pop threes. A lot of these are like, corner threes, spot up threes. But I just feel like he's being guarded more than Matt Bonner and shit like that.
That's what I was going to say. For those that watch sports outside of basketball, yeah, football season is back. And a lot of times every year we get these receiver 2s that are compared to receiver 1s. Same shit here, in my opinion. Cat, when you're comparing him to a guy like Davis Bertans, I don't know how you say it, maybe Davis Bertans, I don't know, I don't care.
Davis is crazy.
Davis.
I like how it sounds though, bro, but Davis is crazy.
You feel me? I got a little something. But nah, seriously, you compare him to Bertans, it's like, come on, bro. You know who they're more intent on guarding. They close out on the shooter, and then they're like, oh shit, get on Cat, double Cat. So it's 2 different realms. I do think eye test wise, that's a thing. Cat takes more difficult shots, step backs, turnarounds, game winners, all that other shit. And maybe that percentage of all shots taken is the volume. I don't necessarily understand it. I'm stupid, but yeah. I don't know. I think Cat's in the combo. I truly do.
I'm going to ask you this because we have these conversations about just the best shooters of all time. And, the Steph Currys, Ray Allen, Reggies, they're up there. But then you get into, like, the Kyle Korvers, the JJ Redicks of the world.
Yep.
And my question is, I guess it just depends on like what you classify as shooting and shooters. But I feel like a player like Kobe, right? Yes, he's not as good as a three-point shooter as a Kyle Korver, but in terms of the skill of shooting the ball, he's a better mid-range shooter. He's a better pull-up shooter. And just being a better pull-up shooter, it entails for like a bunch of different, you know what I'm saying, shooting abilities, fadeaways, pull-ups, you know what I'm saying? So in terms of the best shooter, I don't know.
It's an interesting conversation. I see what you're doing.
Chat, that is the most ball don't stop take I have. I'll say that.
That's interesting. That's an interesting concept. I probably, first of all, disclaimer, I think Kyle Korver is the most underrated three-point shooter of all time, in my opinion. But when in terms of saying does Kobe shoot better than him, yeah, it's a matter of what is the scale of, okay, Kyle Korver is running around screens, literally shooting an inch behind the goddamn person that set the screen and letting it fly. Or a guy like Kobe Bryant who he'll take the ball down the court, be triple team, pull up, bang. So it is really...
I'm telling you, Kyle Korver cannot do that. Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like hell, it's 2K season 2. I'm making all the trendy references today. Even on 2K, Souls is a spot up shooter. I'm a point guard. Souls will be like 6 of 8, and I might be like 5 of 10. But I'm walking around shooting fading shots, shooting step backs or whatever. But Souls, every time you get the ball, green. So it's like that's a conversation. That would genuinely be a conversation. So I see what you're saying.
And I think with Kat, that's the conversation though between him and Peja and Matt Bonner. But I digress. Let's move on.
Now this fan, like many others I've seen, says that Kyrie Irving is better than Stephen Curry at virtually every aspect of basketball other than shooting. Therefore, he's a better player than Steph is. First of all, no. Second,
Forgot about
stop it.
this logic seems to make sense. If player A is better at most things compared to player B, then player A, by default, must be the better player. But these side-by-side comparisons almost always lack one
Marcus
thing:
Smart.
context. For example, take these two players. Player A is better at nearly everything compared to player B. Passing, playmaking, rebounding, defending, finishing. Player A can do it all. So, according to the logic used in these comparisons, we must assume player A is much better than player B.
It's gonna be Ben
Except
Simmons.
player A is Ben Simmons.
Oh, yeah,
And player
Ben
B
Simmons. Ben
is
Simmons.
first-team
Trae Young, Trae Young.
All-NBA Devin Booker.
Dang.
Similar
Damn,
to the Kyrie
that's
versus
close.
Steph
D-Book is
comparison,
close.
using extremely
Okay,
general
so-
categories to assess players with zero context is a recipe for disaster.
There's gonna be people in the comment section. I mean,
But he is though. All right, bro. Fuck out of here. Okay.
Ben Simmons is better. Shut up, bro.
All right, Benny boy. Man, shout out Nets Twitter.
Basketball has a lot of nuance. It's dependent on situations, circumstances, and systems, all of which give context to a player's impact and ability.
Reggie,
As
what the hell
incredible
is
as Kyrie's
in your
handles
head?
are, they aren't nearly as impactful as Steph's ability to space the floor with his shooting. In fact, if history tells us anything, it's that being extremely good at a few things can often be far more valuable than being good at
That's a
everything.
fact.
If you took away everything from Steph's game, aside from just his shooting ability and high basketball IQ, he would still be a Hall of Fame talent. But if you took away Ben Simmons' passing ability, he'd be a 6'10" Patrick Beverley. These two aspects of the game hold different values to different players.
Bro
So
said
to compare
6'10"
them side by
Pat
side like they are equivalents doesn't accurately determine anything. At most, these kinds of comparisons might help you decide who's the better all-around player, but if being good, not great, at most things on the court determine who is the best player, then Draymond Green would be a 4-time Finals MVP right now. But he's not. Now this next take is one of the more interesting takes I've heard recently. This NBA
you got
fan says that
Barry
the
in
top
here?
8 players in the league going into this season are the best top 8 players the league has ever had at any given time, making this era the best era in NBA history. Those top 8 players being LeBron, Durant, Giannis, Kawhi, Steph, Jokic, Luka, and Embiid. And I gotta say, that is one hell of a top 8.
Yeah, that's-
Every one of these players, aside from Luka and Embiid, either has an MVP or a Finals MVP. I'd say out of the top 8, you've got roughly 5 top 30 players of all time. Without a doubt, this is one of the most talented and accomplished group of players in the NBA.
Nah, you got 7. You got 7 in there. You just don't want to jump the gun. Embiid, I don't know about Embiid.
Oh, wow. All right, me and So's on timing. I was like, who's going to be odd man out? It's Embiid.
Embiid gonna be like 47, 48.
Yeah, it's Embiid. Joel's odd man out. Luka and Jokic, look, man, if you don't want to do it, cool. I'd do it. I don't give a fuck. Y'all been begging for a top 50. There you go. I would have pissed y'all off, man. Luka's number 1. Let's get that twisted. And then Jokic is in there.
But is it really the best? Well, there's definitely been worse years in the NBA, like throughout the 70s and early 2010s, where maybe 3 or 4 players were head and shoulders above everyone else. But there's also been years where the league has featured a large group of some of the greatest players all in one season. Like in 1996, when the top 8 players in the league consisted of Michael Jordan, David Robinson, Patrick Ewing, Charles Barkley, Gary Payton, Hakeem Olajuwon, John Stockton, and Karl Malone. This is a stacked group of 8 and one of the most exciting eras in NBA basketball.
I don't give a fuck if I say,
I think we can do better.
Take two.
What about the 2003 NBA season, when the top 8 players in the league were Shaq, Kobe, Duncan, Garnett, McGrady, Dirk, Iverson, and Jason Kidd? This group contains 3 top 10 players.
Jason Kidd!
Yeah, that fall off is crazy. Look, I know we gonna trigger some, man, but let's just keep it a bean, all right?
You don't know about Jason Kidd. Shut up, bro.
Jason Kidd is a crazy fall off from like Joel, who y'all want to be MVP. So Jokic should be at one time. And then to be honest, I mean, AI.
Yo, Chuck will be on it. What y'all know about AI?
We're cooked. I'm like,
fuck out of here, bro.
Yeah, I mean, like AI and Kyrie's literally debated, and
then T-Mac,
just T-Mac,
first round.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. Damn, Barry. Damn. I mean, top 8 is such a I see what you're doing as standard, but damn.
Nah, using a top 8 to say that the whole era is the
that's what I'm saying.
Saying the era is the best can encompass like a bunch of things. You know what I'm saying? How fun the game is. People argue the fact that the game right now is just so fucking boring because everything's threes. There's that whole point. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it is what it is.
You can even argue team construction would go into eras. So yeah.
Players in league history and 2 more players who are generally considered top 20 all time. But I still think there's one NBA season that tops this one in terms of all-time talent. Back in 1988, the league was shifting from one era to the next, and within these 2 clashing generations of basketball, fans witnessed what I believe to be the most loaded group of players the league has ever seen. Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, Karl Malone, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Hakeem Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Isaiah Thomas, and Charles Barkley. That's 9.
Were they all in their primes? But that's a damn good list.
Kareem was definitely not in his prime. Isaiah Thomas, depending on how you look at it, he's probably not in his prime. Charles Barkley was just like entering his prime. Karl Malone, I don't give a fuck about Karl Malone. I think Moses was old too at this point. So
that's a good one though. 100%. If it weren't fuck Karl Malone, I might even give it to him.
It's a good argument. I ain't gonna lie. But even like just using the top 8, 8 is so arbitrary. So even if this is the argument, let's look at the top 30. I would say today's top 30 is much more talented than 1988's top 30.
100%. Yeah. Let that be clear, Chad. We are not arguing this is the best era because of the top 8. I'm just following the tape.
Yeah, we're gonna have like Bradley Beal at 29.
Hey, nah. Beal at 29, fucking Middleton around there. Yeah. We gotta fall off this era. Look, I ain't saying this era ain't loaded, but there's a fall off at some point. It just is.
All of them generally considered top 25 greatest to ever play the game in the league, all in the same season. And outside of an aging Kareem, every single one of these players was in their prime in 1988. That's 5 consensus top 10 players of all time playing in the same season. Now, if we compare these 2 groups of players, I honestly think it's not even close. But only for the simple fact that the 2022 group has a handful of young players.
Now this is nuts.
W agenda push. I like that out of you. No.
Hey, let's go through it. MJ, LeBron.
He should have just took that out. Just take that one off the list, man. You know what you're doing there.
Let me just check what Kareem was doing in 88, because Kareem over Embiid is kind of crazy, bro.
Yeah, I wasn't born in 1988.
Wait. No, bro. 1988.
He averaged 10 points?
If he's looking at 87, 88, he averaged 15. 15, 6, and like 2 blocks, maybe a block. Nah.
Yeah, look, high rollers. Look, I understand you're Super Saiyan God, like yeah, whatever. Like we like Jimmy. We keep reacting to his videos. We love Jimmy, but nah, you tripping, gang. Yeah, nah. So Joel gets that. Luke is the best player I've ever seen in my life, so he definitely gets that.
I would give Giannis the edge over Hakeem. I ain't gonna lie.
Who you stirring the pot? I don't know. Giannis, his resume's not there yet, but.
I'm gonna give the edge to Jokic over Moses Malone.
Oh yeah, definitely Jokic over Malone. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, so I'm taking Jokic. I'm taking Curry. Fuck Bozo, but fuck Kawhi. Oh man, that's up to you. I'm taking Jokic. I'm taking Curry. I'll give him Hakeem for the sake of argument. I'm taking Embiid. Luke is the greatest player I've ever seen in my life, and then LeBron. Yeah, so it really comes down to LeBron.
It's close.
MJ, and then Kawhi, Bozo. And yeah, there's 3 good debates right there. So yeah, there's an argument right there.
Players who still have a lot of time left to add to their resume. And I do think that this 2022 group does have the potential to be the greatest collection of players in one season. Only time will tell how this group will pan out. Ask again in about 10 years and we'll have an answer for you. But for now, 1988 remains by far the most loaded year in NBA history.
Now, if his name
our last take for this video has virtually become a matter of fact over the years. But I'd like to make the case against it. This fan asked the question, when it's all said and done, which LeBron-led super team will be viewed as his best? Which means by default, he believes LeBron has been on multiple super teams. And as popular as this take is, it's not a good one. LeBron has really only been a part of one super team, and that was the Miami Heat. The Cavaliers from 2014 through 2017 were not.
It's just the Heat, bro. Tired of this super team shit.
All right, bro. All right.
Souls and Sage agree too much. This is definitely one we defer, bro. I'm tired of this super team shit. I can name all the super teams of all time on like one hand, bro. Niggas got 30 super teams, bro. Look, the Warriors. Crazy. Showtime, crazy. The Celtics that was beating Showtime, crazy. The fucking Bulls, crazy. And then what's the other one? Oh, the Heat. I'd say the Heat relative to what was well, not even just relative. I think just D-Wade was kind of crazy.
When did you tout the Heat as a super team? When would you like, all right, this is a super team?
Yeah, the Heat is the one where if you want to call hypocritical, I would say cut the Heat out because the Heat is a straight piggy one. I ain't gonna cap.
No, but I'm asking you. Was it when you saw the decision and saw D Wade, LeBron, and Bosh are gonna be on the same team? It's a super team. You didn't say they were a super team.
I said, God damn, what the fuck?
Chad,
hey,
oh
niggas,
my God.
You're mad at me for telling the truth?
You don't just say that to, all right, bro.
I said that when we traded Kuzma. I say what the fuck to a lot of things. I say what the fuck to a lot of shit. Hey, if y'all had got Paul George, I would be like, damn, that's crazy, ain't it? If y'all had got Kevin Durant, I'd be like, damn, what the fuck? I wouldn't be like, Boston's a super team. You think you're a super team? Y'all got KD?
This year?
Yes.
No.
But Tatum, Jaylen Brown, your super duper coach, your super duper GM that was a coach.
First of all, this conversation is relative. Second of all, I just don't think people remember what happened after the 2014 finals, and we saw LeBron team up with Kyrie and Kevin Love. And now we're just saying it's not a super team because revisionist history says that the Golden State Warriors won 67 games. It was the clear best team in the league. Nah, bro. That was a super team. The 2020 Lakers were a super team. That's a hot take. That's my hot take. I'll go down with that. That's a super team. When them motherfuckers formed, it was the Lakers, the Clippers, and everyone else. That's what everyone decided. And that's just me, though. That's just me.
First of all, fuck the Clippers. My 2-year anniversary of that video. See, do some homework. Put that up there. Yeah, self-promo. 2-year anniversary. Fuck the Clippers. It still hits. But that bullshit team never was a super team. They had Paul George. And the Lakers? Demodome Davis? Braun? And then who? Caruso?
This dude is cap, Chad. This dude is cap. This dude is cap. I know NBA Twitter wasn't saying for a whole 2 years, with Bron and AD joined, the league is over for no fucking reason, bro. That shit actually happened. Y'all actually dominated. All right, bro. Also, y'all had a super team last year. Y'all just sucked.
Whoa!
It is what it
Okay,
is, bro.
hold on,
It is what
hold
it is.
on,
It is
hold
what
on.
it is.
No. There's no it's what it is on that. Out of baby Westbrook, I said when it happened. So this is the most 4K one. I said when it happened, it's not a super team, and I'm scared. That's clipped.
No, Sage, you didn't think it was a super team. You're fine, but I'm talking about the general public.
Oh, general? Okay, yeah. General, okay, I agree with you. General, yeah.
3
General,
All-Stars,
yeah.
3 Hall of
Yeah.
Famers, Russell Westbrook, LeBron James, Anthony Davis. It's championship or bust. It's us versus the Nets.
They was like Dwight Howard, Carmelo Anthony,
I'm saying, bro.
Yeah, no. Yeah. If we're talking general, let me be clear. If we're talking the general public and how they should view things because they're stupid, I agree with Souls the Cavs should be a super team. I agree with Jimmy and Souls that, y'all thought the Lakers were. But I'm talking about me. Y'all motherfucking tripping.
That should have just because it's like when the USA Olympics team lost in 2004. That's like saying they're not a super team just because they lost. Like, bro, they're a super team. They just sucked ass. Okay, they didn't suck ass, but they didn't get gold. For our standards, they sucked ass. But...
Yeah, right. We dominate.
Lakers in the same sentence, you're a sick individual. When the Cavs assembled their big three, the potential of this team and the public perception of this team far exceeded their actual ability. By the time this Cavs team won a title, they had 1 superstar, 1 all-star, and 1 fringe all-star player. If this is the criteria for a super team, then that would mean that the 2021 Jazz were a super team, the 2021 Nets were a super team.
Yes, Jimmy. This team right here is a super team.
Okay.
What the fuck are we talking about?
Look. The Nets were the closest thing that I was to like, okay, that's probably a super team.
Probably.
But here's what held me back.
God,
what held me back, bro.
You
see me having 4 or 5 teams in history. What held me back is I see a super team. I think of a super team. And when I'm saying like the team works together. I knew that park players running threes with fucking Nick Claxton or whoever the fuck the big was at the time. So like, is they really gonna stop anybody? But I definitely was hyped 100%. The videos out there, I definitely was hyped. But that's a close one, 100%. That's a close one.
But they was actually performing though. It was literally just because of injuries.
That one was close.
That's like the 2015 Cavs. But let me go ahead, bro. Go ahead, bro. Dang.
Kevin Love, 2015, sitting in the corner.
Also, why is James Harden just an all-star? All right, let's move on.
No, that is sick. He averaged like 25 and 10 that year. That's sick. No. Kyrie superstar, but James Harden, he's just a fucking fringe all-star.
This is nuts.
No, that's sick. That's sick.
The 2021 Bucks were a super team, so were the 2022 Warriors, the 2022 Celtics, the 2022 Suns, the 2021 76ers, and the list keeps going and going and going. In fact, if we just take the box plus minus of the Cavs big three and compare it to teams over the last few seasons, you can see that they were good, but far from some all-time super team. You'd never look at it.
Even as a counter argument, Tobias Harris being in the core of a super team is crazy.
So is literally on Jimmy's side, y'all. And I love him because he knew damn well Tobias, nigga. Shout out to Cole Twin.
That is disgusting, bro.
Nah, and he know. Come on, man. Super team told, bro. Really, nigga. The only Tobias I know is from the Boondocks. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here.
Embiid, Simmons, and Tobias Harris and call them a super team. You'd never look at Kawhi, Paul George, and Montrezl Harrell and call them a super team. You'd never look at Giannis, Middleton, and Drew Holiday and call them a super team.
Tried.
And yet, the combination of LeBron, Kyrie, and Kevin Love were on this level by the time they won a title together. And if you even consider the 2022 Lakers with LeBron, Westbrook, and AD as a super team, just stop. We know what you're doing. LeBron has played on a handful of good teams throughout his career. Some of them were great.
No,
but he's only been a
part
of one super team. And unfortunately, that's all the racking my brain can handle in one sitting. Make sure to leave your NBA hot takes in the comments below. Of course, the hotter, the better.
Yo, the Tobias Harris thing is good.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Shit. So
I could just imagine the Twitter space. All right, well, if that's the case, so is Embiid, Ben Simmons, and Tobias Harris a super team?
And then just everybody unmute to what?
Shut up, bro, shut up. Mute up. This is crazy, man.
I will really fly out and beat your ass.
All right, man, but if you enjoyed that video, we got another Jimmy High Roller video right here. Shout out to Jimmy. That was a good video, though. You know what I'm saying?
like that vid.
It's okay for us to disagree with basketball stuff, and we're just animated over here. But we'll catch you on the next one, man. Peace out.
Peace.